Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's race at Spanish Grand Prix in Performance Racing League. This is Tier 3, and yes, this is the first race of the season, so we are all in for an exciting first race, I hope. This is Spain, like I said, so I personally think it's a very fun track to drive, and hope you think so too. And yes, and this is my first time commentating, so I hope I do a good enough job, and yeah, that you'll be happy. Uh, yes, so we are here to start the qualifying session. We have a short session that's 20 minutes for all the drivers, and the fastest time will be on pole. And we are, yes, like you see, starting in 40 seconds. Oh, now, or we're starting now, when everyone has selected the tires. And let me know if there's... Yes. Hello, I can see me, Mr. Jelkin for the House team principal. Hello, nice to see you, and Dylan here as well. Nice to see you all. And like I said, this is my first time commentating, so feel free to give me any kind of feedback for when, yeah, so I can improve as well if I do it next time. Let's see, is there anything? Yes, so the stream is up. Yes, everything is correct. Yes, so here we are, first race, new season, and it's always it's a bit like, well, going back to school almost. It's a bit of an unknown for everyone. We don't really know what the situations are. Have the drivers improved from last season? Last season's champion was Skywalker, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, so I'm sure he will be looking to add that another title to his tally. Yes, and we also have some mixed up tiers as well compared to last season. We'll start with following of Jürgen's dock, I'll say, and lucky that's good for him. That's an outlap, and yes, and yes, and I think it's time to. I think the first driver is Williams. Yes, let's follow Danny. I mean, sorry. On his first lap, let's ride on board, and yes, and also let's enjoy this lap. See, it's open DRS fine, so everything is fine so far. And brake at around about 75 meters, I'd say. Clip the curbs, nice and smooth. And he keeps it inside of the track as well, which is, well, I could have stayed a bit longer there, but it's fast so far. It's looking very good. And it's really actually quite on the limit there in turn 3 as well. You can see the rear end is snapping a bit, and he has to correct it. But yes, looking very neat and tidy, and he has good. He looks very clean. He drives very calmly, and which is what is needed in the long run to succeed. And yes, so and let's see if he can take this last corner flat. Yes, he can. Good. That's a good lap. Good banker, and the time lands on a 1 minute 12. That's a good banker. I think he will go back to the garage now and try to find out where he can find more time. But as the other times drop in, I can see that's a I must say that's a very good benchmark for him. Yes, and it's behind him. It's very close still. Just about that 1/10 of a second separating the the place of 3 to 5. And also now we have I'm gonna say that wrong. Tubstra Coster, so that is has jumped into P2 with just 2/10 about shy of the pole time, of the provisional pole time. And now, this lap times are probably gonna tumble in now. So let's run aboard with the reigning champion. Skywalker has had his lap deleted, and yes. Yes, so it's nice with some comments in the chat as well. Please feel free to ask me any questions or anything, and I'll try to answer as best I can. Like I said, this is my first time, so I'll try my absolute best. Yes, but not the first lap that Skywalker, that the reigning champion Skywalker wanted. I think he will try to have a go again. And I haven't played F1 24 much, but I think on this track I don't think that the soft tire is a valid tire to start on, because simply due to the tire wear, you can start on it and be fast at the beginning, but it will probably require an extra pit stop, and that time is then you both have to make up the time and the places. Let's ride on board. Well, no, wrong button. Let's ride on board with El Shitzo in the house. I think he's forgot to turn his ERS on to overtake, or is doing another hot lap. Oh, and Danny does a 12.2. That's a very good lap. That's his first lap also, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I think he's doing another lap. Let's ride on board with him. And there's a yellow in sector 1. Now that's probably just some cars letting him pass. Slight lock up there, but it doesn't look. It goes a bit far off to the left. But Kiss the Apex very good in turn 4, very good. From looking at that car, I see that I see the car is doesn't really seem to behave as he wants. It's very, very pointy, let's say that, in the front. Pointy / understeering as well in the front end. But nevertheless, that's an okay that's a good sector time, up by 2 seconds from his previous one. So I think he must. Oh, I jinxed it. Yes, we have the two Aston Martins on outlap. So when they get around, we will ride with them. We have also the Red Bull of Ninja 4, I'm gonna say. So that we can ride on board. He has his fuel lamp on, so I think he's just done a lap, perhaps. Yeah, he's not pushing. Let's ride on board with the reigning champion. Yeah, that's a good sector. Slightly lock up though, but he holds it on and doesn't lose too much time with it. And we can see he follows the racing line beautifully actually. And yeah, slight lock up there, means he's pushing. Which we all like to see. That car looks very well balanced in his hand. It seems like it does exactly what he wants there. It's easy to rotate the car. Yeah, and it lets the car drift out to the left hand side. There as well. And the times that lands on at 1:12.3. That's a very good first lap for him. Now let's ride with the Aston Martins. They are up by Baptiste is up by 45 thousandths of a second. That would at this point still leave him at P3, but he has 2 sectors remaining, and he has traffic as well there. That's very unfortunate for him. It doesn't really help with the slipstream there. It was too short. I think he's lost. Yeah, he lost at about a 10th there. Let's ride on board with his teammates who had just started his. No, he's just finished. He just finished his round lap. Never mind. Let's go back to the other Aston Martin and see where he can finish. And he's second place, up by 0.2 of a second. That's not a bad lap at all. That's very good. Now let's ride on board with the Ferraris of Join Glue. I'm gonna say. Let's ride on board with them. That beautiful Ferrari. Oh, wrong button. Kiss the apex beautifully. Kiss the apex beautifully, but it doesn't really relax in his hand and doesn't really let the car go drift out to the left hand side of the corner, of the next corner. Oh, that's a very good middle sector. That's actually that's on a. If he keeps this up, this will be the fastest time so far. And the car is right on the edge there in that corner, beautifully controlled. And he's keeping his foot to the floor. Like, what's the time gonna be? And it is not almost provisional pole. He missed out by 0.07 of a second. Now let's see if his competitor can improve that time. I think he missed the time. I think he's doing another lap. Yeah. A bit deep into the first corner there, and he's as on the same lap, his turn of his eras. Let's ride on board with the other Ferrari of Al-Khalid. Yeah, he's made a mistake somewhere. And the Haas has just finished. Let's go to the Sauber of Andre. How do I play? It's up by 0.7. That's a very good start to the lap. From what I can see here in this qualifying session, the entire Tier 3 division is very evenly matched. There is 2 seconds to the end from first to second, but to the last person at the moment. But there is like you see the it just improved by a few tenths of a second until the last sector. So if any one of these drivers can hook one good lap together, I think anyone can be on. I think there could be at least 10 drivers fighting for pole position. It's that close. Probably more. I think the Sauber missed a bit in the last sector there. Now let's see what the Mercedes of F1 Mecca Awari can do. Just start this lap. Oh, we skip ahead actually to the Visa Cash App RB car. Instead, actually, it was on a flying lap at the moment, and it's up by 11 thousandths of a second at the first sector. Oh, it's invalid. Then we skip back to the Merc. And a question for you all in the chat: which F1 car is the most is the coolest looking this season, in 24? He's sliding a bit there, but he's up by 0.4 of a second, and that would put him in. He has a shot at P13 at this rate. If he can just keep the last sector together, which he sort of does there in the last corner. In the third last corner, and sliding a lot there. He improves by a second. Well done. From what I saw in that car, it was very, very loose in the rear end. It looked like F1 AMK had very difficult to control the rear end. Let's take a look at Shamron's lap. Now, he stays very, very close to the line, to the curb there, which is good. And he's up by 7 hundredths per second. And yeah, like I said, I think everyone inside the top, I'll say top 8 and below has a chance at the pole today. Yes, he's lost a bit of time in the second sector, and now it's all when it comes over here, then it's just two flat out right-hand corners, which should be easy to take, and it's a bit difficult to gain time in those corners. There isn't really much the drivers can do, since it's basically nowadays flat out. He didn't improve his time. Now we're into the final last 2 minutes of the first qualifying session of the season. So we will pay extra attention to what the front runners are doing. We're gonna start with the Visa Cash App of Danny, who's about to start his qualifying lap. Comment in the chat right now, who do you think will be on pole? I guess actually a beautiful toe there from the Ferrari. I think that was I don't think perhaps the Ferrari planned that. But yeah, you have to use every situation to your maximum advantage. That's what in the end what can win or lose you the championship at the end. And it's up by 3 tenths. This has a potential of being a very, very good lap. But he has the Ferrari in the way now. I think that if the Ferrari doesn't move over here, it can lead to a penalty from the stewards, because that, if I'm right, is quite. I know the Ferrari is on the lap as well. Never mind. I still almost 3 tenths of a second up coming to this third sector. So yeah, and so it's all about hooking. Oh, and there's the margin of Superstore has gone on pole position, provisional pole. But let's see if Danny can clinch it. Oh, he does by some margin, by 2 tenths of almost 3 tenths of a second. Now let's to the Ferrari of Johnny Clue. I bottled it. He just clipped the curb too much. Oh, but the other Aston Martin of Bastille has a very good chance. Goes up by 3 tenths per second. Now he comes to the line, easy flat out here. And he comes across the line, and it is not quite pole position. He misses out by just a few hundredths of a second. Now let's see what Skywalker can do. We're on board now with the reigning champion. He keeps the car tight there, lets it drift out, relaxes the hands. And it's beautifully done. Revs up the engine to get the maximum performance out of every gear. And it comes up to the line, and it is not pole. He misses out. He must have made a mistake earlier in the lap. But we still have the McLaren, who is invalid. And the last Ferrari as well. And yes, lap is in not invalid here. But he has very low ERS and no fuel, so I don't think he will be able to improve. Yeah, that's everyone done. Then we have a starting grid for the first race of the season. And see, Dylan has written in the chat, dirty air gonna cook. Yeah, dirty air is a big issue with these well, I'm gonna say F1 cars when on this game especially. I haven't driven much of it, but when I was playing it at the beginning, it was a nightmare. Actually, I think. Yeah, so the starting grid though is on pole position. It's Danny, second Baltas, Turbo Buster, Young. I'm gonna forget. Sorry, everyone. Then it's Skywalker, Alcalf, Agent, Apara, Cameron, Milano, Ninja4, Shifto, Flemk. Yes. So that's now it's time for the start, and the strategies for this race is I would say the fastest way is probably one stop medium to hard, or maybe hard it's medium because it can be on the medium so longer at the end. But it is gonna be even with if you have a two-stop, like I said before, you have to basically overtake everyone. And we have also Mr. Jalkinen, who says decent for Haas, and yeah, I have to say I have to agree as well. I haven't got the best history of every single driver here, but it felt like they did a good job. Yes, can we have your top 3 predictions now from the chat before the race starts? Who's going to finish on the podium? Now let's watch the start here from this angle. Oh, and there we are. They're off. Oh, it's a bad start from Danny. He drops bad camera angle. Drops 2 places to both the Aston Martins at the start. He had a lot of wheel spin. Oh, and he locks up there as well. But otherwise, it's a very clean start. The only biggest Danny has now gone back before in front of Turbo. Turbo Coaster and young John Grew has gone in front of both McLarens. So it's a Ferrari spinning as well. It's someone spinning in the back. It's the other Ferrari. That's unfortunate for him. Let's take up some the winners and losers, so you can see here. Yeah, as you can see, there has been Skywalker's dropped massively. Left. What's happened there? I think it just might have been caught up in some incidents. I'm not entirely sure. I missed that one. But nevertheless, it's almost it's almost it's a 5-way car battle down here for the lower positions. For the lower inches of the points. Oh, and they're 3 wide into turn 1. Come on, guys, don't take each other out now. Oh, they kept it together. Very well driven, I must say there. So going 3 and wide into turn 1 there is not an easy challenge. Wow, what a first lap we had. And yeah, it was a Skywalker dives down the inside into turn 4. Very nice move there. Yes, and in terms of strategy, we can see that most of the drivers have started on the medium. There are few choosing the hard, and one choosing on the soft tires. Now he probably wants to he has to be very aggressive at the start here now to get as many positions as possible. Oh, there has happened something for Skywalker. He lost had small contact and looked like he lost part of his front wing. It's okay. He still had good grip at the last corner. Now the DRS is enabled as well. Let's have a look at the leading pack. It's almost a second from Baltas to Danny, and he'll be looking forward to extend that lead as much as possible now at the beginning before the hard tires come into its own. And he desperately want to get him out of that crucial 1 second gap for the DRS. Meanwhile, behind him, the Ferrari is holding up the other Aston Martin at the moment, and they will most like Ferrari is holding up the Aston Martin behind him as well, and they will try to force for the other Aston Martin. It's very, very important to find a place to get past him as quickly as possible to keep in touch with the two front runners. And I don't know if the drivers are sitting in a party with each other. Oh, here he has to go. Oh, and he's going around the outside. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Oh, but he pulls. Oh, they're still side by side. He almost pulls it off. Extremely good racing, guys. Extremely good racing. Oh, they're sliding as well, but they just keeps it together. Oh, and all this. Meanwhile, all this fighting, the top two are pulling away out in front. This is not what the Aston Martin needs. The Aston Martin team needs. They need to work together now because to gain as much to be able to draw as much advantage as possible of having two cars at the front. I don't know how many of the drivers are sitting in the party, but if the two Aston Martins are, I bet they feel like they must be aiming for a 1-2 at the moment. Oh, and Top Booster goes around the outside, and can he hold it there? Oh, he can. A beautiful move, very well done. But however, I don't know if that's the right place to be here, because the Ferrari will get the Jinju will get the DRS from him now as well. And he still has a lot of ERS though, but it's no match for the power of the DRS and probably some ERS as well. Yeah. Oh, wonderful racing between those two. Oh, and this Apparatus was sliding like crazy there in turn 3. Oh, they're pushing hard from the very beginning, guys. This is great to see. So now, when it's all settled down a bit, the Aston Martin team, in order to get a 1-2, because that's what they're aiming for, I am assuming at this moment, they need to first of all get Turbo Booster in front of the Ferrari to and then catch up to the Visa catch up of Danny, who catch up to the Visa catch up of Danny, so he can distract Danny from his teammate of batteries, and so that he can have an easy time in the lead. Now I'm talking a team game here. Now let's ride on board, Aston. Yeah, I think this is a much better attempt at an out. Oh, and there comes the Sauber of Apara. That one I completely missed. This is I hit it, so he almost slides it. But I don't know if you noticed that was almost like a Mika Häkkinen move on Michael Schumacher from the Belgian in 2000. And he seems to have about the same pace as the two drivers we were fighting with. So let's see if he can pull away, perhaps, and start putting some pressure on Danny. Meanwhile, at the top for the top two, for Danny this is almost perfect. He can be behind. He knows he got a more durable tire at this stage of the race. He can look after his them a bit more and stay within the DRS like this to gain an advantage later on by pitting later. And he has got a good amount of ERS as well. And there's a yellow flag for the Haas driver of El Cizzo in turn 4. It looks like he has retired on track because his dot is still moving. But this is great stuff. I think this is going to make for a very, very exciting finish to the Grand Prix at a later stage. Because if a 3-second time penalty for the Sauber of Adam play, that's not good this early on when it's only 7 laps in. He has to be very careful now to not gain any more. And it also looked like the other Aston Martin of Turbuster has passed the Sauber in a very good place, because he has an entire lap to try and build up the gap. But the DRS and ERS is so powerful on this game. It's very, very difficult to break that 1 second gap in just a few corners. But let's see if he can do it here. It doesn't look like it's done enough, but we shall see. We can check the DRS level here. And you wanna start using the ERS earlier, because as you can see, this is probably not going to be enough. Everyone behind him is catching him at the moment, and he's in a risk of losing. That's a beautiful move from the Ferrari. That's the risk of this game when it comes to overtaking. Now, how should these drivers now think tactically in terms of getting ahead of each other and pulling away? Well, you need to pass them as early as possible on the lap, and hopefully in like turn in the first chicane of turn 1 and turn 2, and then try to use the ERS to basically pull away as much as you can until you come to this straight here. Otherwise, this is the risk. Now he's fighting very, very well. They are entertaining us very well here, I must say. But it's not good for the tire wear at all. Oh, and there's he's boxing. The Aston Martin is boxing. Now let's skip ahead to the Ferrari Sauber battle, and let's see if they do as what I predicted. Now when the Ferrari is ahead here, he must pull out the gap immediately, straight away, so he gets out of that one second gap before the next DRS zone. And so for doing that, he would probably ideally have to use a lot more of his battery power to the ERS to be able to blast away now, because now he's gonna fall back into the clutches of Apada again here for this straight, and if not this straight, for the start finish straight, because that's a much longer DRS zone. He can use it to stay. He can use it to basically get close. He has managed to pull away quite well actually, almost 7/10 per second. So this might actually work. Let's ride on board here and see if how he thinks about using the DRS. And let's see how powerful it is. It has a small lift. The car is sliding a lot there, so its tires are starting to go off now. And it looks actually like the Ferrari has succeeded this lap. But if we look at this ERS level, it's done quite well actually. It's probably safe. We need to pull out a bit of a gap now as well. Meanwhile, let's cut to the top 2 battle, where we see Danny is. Looks like he's biding his time right now, knowing he has a much better tire at this phase of the Grand Prix. And Baltis is locking up a bit of everywhere, it seems like. I think his tires are really starting to go now. So this is the time to strike for Danny. He knows that Baltis has to box somewhere in the next few laps. It's much better to attack him now whilst he's vulnerable, and to pull out a gap as quickly as possible. There's a yellow flag for a Ferrari. It looks like. No, it wasn't. It was Skywalker. What's happened here? He came out of that corner almost sliding everywhere. That's I didn't catch that whole incident, unfortunately. But he's batting with the Sauber of Adam Puev here, and it looks like it's getting past. Oh, meanwhile, the other Sauber is battling with Guingui. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Again, and it looks like now he's in front. Let's see if he can pull away this time. This is a bit of a I'm gonna call it a small problem with this game. I feel that you can it's very, very difficult to actually break the 1 second gap, because number one, the DRS is so powerful, and second of all, that the ERS button almost works like let's say it's almost like a Mario Kart boost, I feel like. And the Baltis is in the pits. No, it's not. He's been passed. So Danny did exactly what I said he would do, and strike when the iron was hot. Now let's see if he can pull away. He has 30% ERS battery remaining, about the same, a bit less than Baltis. But let's see if he can pull away. If he can pull away now, then he's got a great chance of winning this race, because Baltis is gonna have to change his tires before Danny, and that will leave Danny with better tires towards the end of the race as well. You have to be first at the end, because in this game track position it's important to be at the front, but it's quite, as we have seen, it's very, very easy to overtake here as well. So with the DRS and ERS, so they can. So it's not a complete disaster if you are not leading, but you definitely want to be in the sprint for the top positions. And that's the fastest lap as well for Danny, 1:15.4. That's a very good lap. Yeah, Snow says I speak svengelska. Well, I am Swedish, so I'll take that as a compliment. No, I actually lived in the US for a month 2 years ago. So Baltis almost spun. He tried a desperate lunge there, it looked like, at Danny. His tires have really gone away now. I would say you have to box this lap because otherwise he's losing too much time. But on the other hand, you don't want to give away too much tire life at the end of the race. But yeah, now he has to box. He has to box now, otherwise his race is completely lost. He's losing so much time, and the car look very on edge. And he boxed as well. Good decision. Now he still has a chance for the win towards the end. But what's important for Baltis now is that he takes care of the tires and don't overdrive them at the beginning. And we also have Ferrari as well coming in. Jinju coming as well. As well as the McLaren of Agent AJ and the Sauber of Agent is always again is fighting like crazy for that second place. And they're taken. Come on, guys. Now it's the risk for it's no safety car yet, but from what I saw there, it was it looked like a bit a classic, well, not a classic, but looked like they were battling, and it really and had a bit difficult to anticipate each other's moves, and they just tangled with each other. But wonderful racing so far. Very well done to the tier 3 guys. Yes, and let's go back to Baltis here, and let's see if how much the undercut is worth. There's another yellow flag for the other Sauber, but yeah, it's gone now. I think it just spun. But let's see how powerful the undercut is, because that will depend if he still has a chance of winning. But what's important for him now is that if he want to have a shot at the win, he has to be very gentle with how he works the tires. Like, he can't push them too much at the start of the stint, because then they will be long gone. There will be trash at the end. But you see, the undercut is very powerful. It's already taken a second for just the last 2 sectors on Ninja 4. I'm gonna say that. In just 2 sectors. So the undercut is really powerful. On a bit of slider. Take care of the tires. If you don't have the tires for the end, you will not have a shot at the win. And here's where for the people that started on the hard, they have to basically go until lap 20, I would say, if they want to do a hard medium to get to the end. Relatively fresh tires. Now we also have a direct comparison between the Danny and Baltis. So we will we definitely see that the new tires are definitely way faster now. But Danny will enjoy the pleasure of the fresh rubber towards the end, and it was about 1 second between them when Baltis made his stop. So it's now already down by like 2-3 seconds. So he is in the lead right now, in the net first place once Danny makes a stop. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be very important that he takes care of the tires. That's his #1 priority right now. And the pit stop delta here is, I think it's around 23 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. And he has a lead of about 3 seconds right now, which is enough for now. And yeah, you see fastest lap 1:14.9. That's a very good lap time, but that indicates that he's pushing. He really needs to and he locks up there as well. Now he really needs to get yeah, to stop pushing that much and just conserve the tires for the end, because he knows that Danny will have fresher tires for the end and be a huge threat. Now when the race has calmed down just a tiny bit, let's go to this almost four-way battle with four different manufacturers of Williams, McLaren, Sauber and Ferrari. That was a long time ago to that kind of battle in F1. Do any of you have any questions for me or anything? I have, like I said, I have a racing background for real, when I have driven go-karts and a Formula car. So if you have any questions for how this for racing in real life, feel free to ask them. I'm here. Oh, and it's gonna be free wide there. Oh, don't make sure to give each other room, guys. Make sure to give each other room. Oh my God, was very close. That was very close, but they held it together. You have to give F1 24 one thing. It provides very, very close racing. You have to give it that. Even if you're like me, not a fan of the game and how it feels to drive. There's a yellow flag as well. It's a Sauber and a Williams. What happened there? Looks like my guess is that they were fighting over a position there, and yeah, they just trampled over each other. Had a bit difficult to anticipate each other's moves. And it looks like there's front wing damage on the Williams as well. Can't see the Sauber, but yeah, there's definitely front wing damage. And the Red Bull of Ninja 4X1 has gotten a 3-second time penalty. So that is not what he needed. And also, I think both the Saubers, the other Sauber as well, also had a front wing change there. So double catastrophe, let's say that for the Sauber team. That's not what they needed. And yeah, now it's way off any battle. And what he has to hope for now is a safety car and yeah, to get himself back into contention. And also, but it's also important. Never, everything can happen in Formula 1. So never say never, and it can always be fun to go for a false lap. Now Danny is pitting. Let's see where he comes out then in relation to Bottas and what tires you put on. My guess is he put on medium tires. Yeah, there's a set of medium tires ready for the not AlphaTauri, Visa Cash App RB, and he is let's let it update here so we can see the time difference. About 3 seconds behind Bottas. So okay, the pit stop delta is behind is roughly 21 seconds here. Good to know. And now for Danny now it's very important. He must, for him, is basically push until the end now to get within the DRS and pass Bottas. And for Bottas, he needs to basically, if he has saved enough of his tires, he can place his car in a way that gives Danny more dirty air, and thereby affecting his tire wear a lot more. Because the mediums look like, based on Bottas in the first stint, the mediums hold by about hold for about 10 laps, then they're gone. But now the cars are lighter, so they may hold up further. It's going to be an exciting finish. I think we have a really close, going to have a really tight finish. And we have Mr. Jalkin, Jalkinen, who's commenting excellent driving. And yes, I think we can all agree this has been a very exciting first race of the season. And if this is a sign of what's to come, then we're in for a very exciting season in Tier 3. There's battles almost all over the place. But we're gonna focus on we're gonna focus mostly on the leading battle until the end here. And he's already taken about a second on one lap. So right now the medium tires are way faster than the old hards. But he has, like I said, he has to both catch and overtake. And as we have seen in other battles this evening, that is easier said than done. It's quite one thing is to pass, but another one to overtake. And it's taken 1 second, so right now it's, like I said, it's much faster. But at the middle sector there, Baltis drove away from him a bit. So we can. So I think let's not count our chickens. I don't think Danny can count his chickens too early, not before they hatch. He still has to pass. He still has to do a job and pass him. And remember, the hard tires will wear out a lot slower than the mediums. So, yeah. And they're both quite similar on ERS. Baltis has a bit more, but he's in front as well. But Danny will have the DRS, which will probably be more worth. Comment in the chat for who do you think is going to finish? Who do you think the top 3 is going to be? Comment. And there's a yellow flag as well for a it disappeared, but it looks like it was McLaren of, I think, Skywalker. And there's another yellow flag at for a Mercedes. Yeah, he's keeping out of the way. That's very, very professional and good of you. And our 14.8 for Danny is right almost within a second of Baltis. So this can get spicy very soon. But the Mercedes handled the getting lapped very well. It's never fun being lapped, but he dealt with it very well and very professional. I think these lockups is what is killing Baltis' tire, because he locks up almost. Let's try on board one lap here. You can see he locks up in almost every braking zone. That destroys the front, especially the front lefts. There you can see. I can't imagine that that front left's gonna feel particularly happy now for the rest of the race. But now Danny is very close. He's within 1 second, almost within half a second, and with much fresh tires on the 100% battery, so he can basically try to overtake here. Probably, maybe not this lap, but definitely the next lap. And to try and pass him now, and then pull away. So how can Danny think when he lines up for the overtake? Oh, he's made a mistake somehow. Oh, he started to ghost. What's happened there? Has he disconnected? He's losing almost 2 seconds now in the 1.5 at least in the first sector. He's joined. He's back. He's back again. It says here. So let's see if he can retake control of his car. That really cost him a lot of time and momentum. I think that may have been that may have taken the chances of a win away now. He has to, because he's lost best part of 4 seconds. Yeah, okay, that we've been denied a thrilling last few laps of this race, haven't we? So let's cut to the closest battle on track, instead. Yeah, so we're now at that point of the race where not much is happening right now. For Danny has to basically hope that he either can take control of his car again, or that the other drivers behind him doesn't lose. Yes, I'll show penalties. Yeah, so we can see there that the drivers with who has a lot of penalties are the Williams of the remaining Williams of Milan. And if Appada think it's a bit clever now, he will just let it don't fight him too much. He's only gonna lose time himself, and he knows that he can see that he has that he can see that Williams has 10-second time penalty. So if he doesn't make a mistake and spin or something, he will get at least 8th position, and he's also lost a big chunk of his front wing. So he really can't afford to do any mistakes, because that is to drive irrationally. Let's say that. Then that would really cost lose him a lot of time. Yes, and he's boxing. I don't know if that's the right call. I don't know the state of his tires though, but I would think I think with 7 laps to go, it's a bit difficult to make up an entire pit stop. And Alcalde Nota sets the fastest lap of the race as well. So the Sauber's what's it called? Not Sauber. So there's clearly a lot of drivers with good pace here. I think this show bothers really well for an exciting season in this tier. So yeah, right, and also we also have to keep an eye on how far Danny will drop. Really, it's really a shame that he disconnected there. I think that would have been a thrilling last few laps. And also let's see if Guiglu can catch the at least one of the Aston Martins. He's only 1.6 behind, so it's doable. They have very similar pace though, so it's probably going to be difficult to overtake, but I would love to see him have a go. Which team do you all support in F1 at the moment? In the chat, please answer in the chat. Now Danny has joined. Let's see if he can take control. It doesn't look like it. Another 3-second time penalty for Ferrari place. And Danny's car is boxing. Yeah, his day has gone from bad to worse with that disconnection. It's very bad, because it's really nothing you can do about it. The AI is set to a very low it's set to go very slow when it's not controlled by a driver. So yeah, it's a really shame that it happened. Yeah, it's not much is really happening right now. It's the closest battle, and I think if we're gonna get a battle, it's gonna be for second place between Ferrari, between the Gluglu and Turbos, and they're 14 flats for that round. There's new soft tires that they put on. That's a really good lap. I think that would have put him actually in P position. Oh, Skywalker's out. What's happened? Could this bring us out of safety car? He has parked in a relatively safe location. So it shouldn't be. It should be. Marshall should be able to put out the to get the car away as well. So now the battle for second is really tight. It's really heating up. His Glugler has gained half a second in just one sector. So Turbos really must have made a mistake. Let's check the tires, because if I remember correctly, he it's only 5 laps difference in the tires. So that could make a huge difference at the end of the race. I think we're starting to see that effect now of those 5 laps. And it's only 7 tenths, so I think we definitely can have a battle on our hands. It shifts up very early there to minimize the wheel spill. Yeah, so now we have to remember, now we are back at this problem again. I'm gonna call it a problem again. It is very difficult to overtake and stay and build and quick enough build up a gap of 1 second to stay. So if I were Jinju, Gingu, I'm gonna say, sorry, I would I would save up as much battery as I can now, and then try and pass him on the last lap. And Deisiglu is Danny, I mean, sorry, it's the first driver to break into the 1 minute 13. So he must have gotten control of his car again. But yes, but his race is already ruined. He can what he can do now is he might be able to get 5th place from Ninja 4 and try to minimize the damage limitation basically. But we're gonna focus on the battle for second for the last 2 laps, for the last laps, because it's really heating up, and as you can see, the turbo booster has a lot more battery than Jinju, and he's passing. He's gonna overtake him here, but I don't know if that's the right place to be, because he will not have the. He will have to basically pull the. He will give the slipstream and the extra speed behind the extra speed to the Aston Martin, which will be very hard. It will be very hard to pull over a second in time. So if I would have saved all my ERS until the last lap and try to pass him then. Or as you see now, he has pulled away by a 7 tenths, so maybe he felt like he had a lot more pace and just couldn't use it. He hasn't broken the 1 second window, but he hasn't been passed yet either. So, and what he can do at this point is use his ERS strategically, on certain points of in certain areas of the track where he would otherwise be vulnerable. It's only less than a half a second coming out to the final lap, so this will be critical. It will be critical that he has enough battery. Let's say he has 25%, and Turbo Toaster has almost 50. And this is the second to last lap. It was starting the final lap, soon. So they will. This is the time we need to be in the front. And he's not really close enough, but if he has to basically empty his battery now completely. He gets it within range. He gets within range, and he's trying to go for it on the outside. Oh, what a battle we have here! Oh, he just fends him off. Oh, excellent racing, guys! Excellent racing. And it's still not over yet. He might come around the outside here. So there isn't really any grip down there the outside, but he's still keeping him honest. Oh, and he thought about a lunge up the inside there. Oh, brilliant driving, guys! Brilliant driving. Yeah, and now there's really only one passing opportunity left, and it's this corner at the end of this back straight. So I think we can follow Baltas at the end of when he takes the checkered flag. He's driven superbly. He took the start, fended off Danny when he well, he didn't fend off, but he kept his calm, cool, and delivered when he needed. So congratulations on a well-deserved win. And on for second place, there's only 0.3 of a second at the line. Oh, that's close, guys. And Danny is right on the cusp of getting a 5th place and 10 championship points. That could be very valuable towards the end of the season. So let's see, can he get it? I just missed out by just about under 1.5 tenths of a second. That's very well, I have to say, well driven considering the circumstances, and he was disconnected for a few laps. And 10-second penalty for who was that? I missed that. But there we have it, guys. First race of the season in Tier 3 Performance Racing League, and I hope you're as excited as I am for the next round. This is, as I say, very, very tight and close battles everywhere. And here we have the drivers all coming up to the podium, and not a perfect race for Aston Martin. They would have gladly had both of the drivers in the top in the first 2 positions, but we still have, since I drive for Ferrari, I'm very delightful that we have some mix up at the podium and don't give anything away to them too easily. And it shows that Ferrari really can Visa, Cash App, RB, and Aston Martin really can fight for the top steps. Let's get the race results here quickly. Yes, that should be all. Yeah, guys, we have this, like I said, the first race of the season, but there are many other tiers coming as well. There is Tier 2 and Tier 1 coming up in a few days, and on the Saturday, we don't forget, we have the F123 tier, where I'll be driving for Ferrari then. So hope you'll tune in then and watch to see how we do. And it's been a pleasure commentating for everyone here, and like that the chat was so excited, and we'll see if I do it again. Good night, and hope you all enjoyed it. Bye.